Well, our next speaker is Laurie Richards. Laurie is a high-impact expert in business communications, and in the next few minutes, you're going to learn powerful language to use so you can win more new business and powerfully connect with your audiences. Warm welcome to Laurie Richards.
Thank you. If you had a son or daughter who had maybe 5 job interviews and never got a call back, what would you recommend? Maybe some coaching, maybe a little role playing, do a little research, right? If you had a friend who had 5 first dates, never got a call back, what would you recommend? Maybe a little coaching, maybe a little role playing, a little conversation, maybe some research. If you've pitched your business 5 times and haven't closed a piece of business yet, maybe it's time for a little coaching, a little role playing, a little bit of research. And that's what this is about. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn 2 language techniques that can make all the difference in the world when you want to close business, because it makes your prospects listen to you. It makes them want to hear what you have to say. If you're relying on that old-fashioned elevator pitch, you've all got one, don't you? Yeah, I've got to have an elevator pitch. It's that thing when you stand there in the elevator, if you were going up 8 floors, you could tell all about your business. So let's take a look at that little elevator pitch, shall we? How's it start out? Hi, my name is, fill in the blank. Want to tell you a little bit about my company. We make widgets, and they're the most amazing widgets. All the people that use them say they like them. They're just amazing little widgets. Love to have some time to tell you all about it. Sound familiar? I see a lot of nodding heads out there. Sounds just like your elevator pitch. Anybody heard an elevator pitch they really liked when you were being pitched? Most people will say that elevator pitches don't do the job because guess what the elevator pitch is all about? Me. And what is the one thing that most people are more interested in than anything else? Themselves. And what have we just spent 2 minutes talking about? Not them. And some of you might say to yourself, well, that's okay because I'm going to get to it, in just a moment, in a few minutes. You don't have a few minutes, folks. You don't have a few minutes because the reality is that people won't wait for you to get to their stuff. Research says the average American has an attention span of 7 seconds. A goldfish has an attention span of 9. This is frightening. We are a world of changing channels and getting on Netflix and looking at different things so fast, we have very little attention span. So what we need to do is use 2 pieces of language, specific language that can make all the difference in the world when you are trying to pitch and talk about your business. The first one is what we call you language. You language is when you don't talk about yourself, you talk about them. Think about the last pitch you sat in. Hi, I'm Laurie Richards. I'm from the XYZ company, and I want to sell you this computer system. Our computer system's really amazing, and we make widgets, or whatever it is. You go to these staff meetings, and it's the same thing, isn't it? Hi, we work in the XYZ department. We work really hard over here. What's that all about? Me. What does it have nothing to do with? Them. And you wonder why they don't pay attention. It's because we're talking about ourselves instead of them. You language is when you talk about them, not, I want to talk to you a little bit about, but in the next few minutes you're going to see how. Not, we have great widgets, but you can rely on the widgets you'll get. Do you see the difference? It's all about them. Not, we have 25 years of experience, but you'll enjoy the experience of 25 years in this industry. You can trust the 25 years of experience that you're going to get. Not, we've got lots of colors, but you can choose a color that fits your needs. Do y'all hear the difference there? Do you hear the power of all of a sudden people wanting to help you? It's interesting, when we talk I, it tends to be very dictatorial, very authoritarian. I want you to do this. There is no one in this room that cares what I want, unless it relates to you. I mean, how many times have you read the article, make it all about them, but then they never tell you how? And this is how. You make it about them. You don't say we have lots of colors, you say you get to choose your colors. That's the difference between I language and you language. Not, I want to tell you about, but you're going to get, you're going to see, you're going to discover, you're going to learn. Do you see the power in that? When we want to dictate things, then what we do is we say, I want you to do this. But when we help people, it's, you know what you're going to want to do? You're going to want to do this. You're going to want to write this down because it's going to be valuable for you later. As opposed to, I want you to write this down because I want you to remember this later. Do y'all hear the difference there? It's all about the you. That is the power of you language. That's your first technique. Oh, one of the reasons, before we go on to the second one of the reasons is because of that short attention span. Let's just do a little experiment here, okay? I want you all to pretend that you are watching television and you're holding a remote control. Everybody grab your remote control. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is we want to see how fast you decide to change the channel. All right, so you're sitting at home and you've decided, okay, I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to flip around until I find something I like to watch, okay? Now, we want to see how long it takes you to decide. So every time you would push that button, just say the word click. Everybody with me? All right, go ahead and start off. Click. Okay, I want you to see what you're doing. Most of you are clicking at a rate of about a quarter of a second, aren't you? Click, 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 click. Do y'all see that? You've got a quarter of a second to get their attention and keep it. And these are professional television producers that can't keep your attention for a quarter of a second. Most of you are not going anywhere near 4 seconds, are you? Here would be 4 seconds. Click, 2, 3, 4. Click. None of you are giving them that time, are you? You don't have time to ride up 4 or 5, even 6 levels on an elevator. The old elevator pitches don't work. Here's the second language piece that you want to use. And this is a good one for every time you give your new business pitch. It's the words so that. So that. We are hardwired so that when we hear the words so that, we think there's something good coming for me. So that you don't forget something, so that you can choose colors that work with your color scheme, so that you can feel confident that the right piece is in place, so that you don't have to replace things more often. Do y'all see the difference there? That is the power of closing your business. That's what makes the difference between being a person who's here to sell you something and someone who is here to help you that you want to do business with. You language, and so that.